Hello, my name is Chris Sell. I'm the superintendent of the Greater Rutland County Supervisory Union. I would like to welcome you to the Wells Springs Unified Union School District Budget Presentation. If you have any questions about our presentation, please contact myself or Louis Malazzo, GRCSU Business Manager. We will be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. If we cannot answer your question, we will direct you to someone who can. On behalf of the Wells Springs Unified Union School District and the GRCSU, we'd like to express our gratitude for your continued involvement and support of the GRCSU and our individual school communities. The GRCSU serves 4 school districts: Iris School District, Corey Valley Unified Union School District, Rutland Town School District, and the Wells Springs Unified Union School District. Our 8 schools include Middletown Springs Elementary School, Poultney Elementary School, Poultney High School, Proctor Elementary School, Proctor Junior Senior High School, Rutland Town School, Wells Village School, and West Rutland School, with a total student population of approximately 1,600 students in grades pre-K through 12. The GRCSU Central Office oversees all aspects of the operation of the schools, including curriculum oversight, professional development, supervision and evaluation, human resources management, policies and procedures, grants, as well as all financial aspects of the schools and districts. Lisa Madison, GRCSU's Assistant Superintendent, is responsible for overseeing curriculum, instruction, assessment, professional development, academic grants, and teacher mentoring. The GRCSU Business Office, headed by Louis Malazzo, is responsible for purchasing, contracted services, payroll, bill payment, developing and monitoring budgets, overseeing all grant money, and working with auditors to make sure our financial practices are sound. GRCSU Student Support Services, which includes special education, is headed by William Basic and includes all special education administrators, teachers, paraeducators, psychologists, PT, OT, as well as speech and pre-K coordination. Lastly, Greg Connors heads the GRCSU's IT department, which is responsible for maintaining all the technology in the schools. The Wells Springs Unified Union School District is a pre-K through 6th grade district containing 2 excellent schools, Middletown Springs Elementary and Wells Village School. The Wells Springs Unified Union School District has a total student enrollment of 159 students. Middletown Springs Elementary School's student enrollment is 72 students, and the Wells Village School's student enrollment is 87 students. The Wells Springs School Board includes 3 members from the town of Middletown Springs, 3 members from Wells Village, and 1 at-large member. The Wells Springs Unified Union School District Board is chaired by Eric Montbrand. Meredith Morgan serves as the vice chair, and Cara Haynes is the clerk. The 2022 summer months saw our schools offer expanded enrichment programs that allowed our students to learn with and from one another. Our diverse and engaging programs had a strong emphasis on academic and social emotional growth while promoting student learning and interest through the acquisition of new skills. Based on the popularity and demand for these programs and the availability of additional federal grant funds to support these programs, again this year, our schools will continue offering enrichment programs during the summer of 2023. Information on our summer program will be available later this spring. Our focus this school year has remained on the critical work of our recovery plan and meeting the needs of each student to combat pandemic-related learning loss and to accelerate academic progress for all students. Our multi-tiered system of supports, MTSS, program received a significant reboot with additional training, resources, and expectations for all staff. With a renewed emphasis on data-driven decision-making and targeted interventions for struggling students, our school-based teams are more effectively using evidence-based approaches to maximize the resources available to support student learning. Our staff have also collaborated to commit to high-leverage curriculum standards and literacy practices and to ensuring that every student feels connected to our school community in ways that support their learning. In addition, thanks to federal funding received through the Seamless Summer program, our GRCSU schools were again able to continue to provide free breakfast and lunch for all families over the course of this year. While this school year has presented us with another set of unique challenges for our staff and community members to overcome, it has been a joy to see all of our students present in our schools and learning. Over the course of this academic year, we have been impressed with the resiliency and positive attitudes of our students, as well as the hard work and dedication of our GRCSU staff members as they continue to provide all of our students with access to a high-quality education. This fall, we shared our new GRCSU Portrait of Graduate with all GRCSU stakeholders. The Portrait of a Graduate was developed with community input over the course of the prior school year. The GRCSU's Portrait of Graduate exemplifies the following 5 core competencies that articulate our community's aspirations for all of our students: adaptability, communication, critical thinking, empathy, and responsibility. While our Portrait of Graduate does not replace a focus on academic achievement and excellence, it shows our community's commitment to investing in educational experiences that educate the whole child. The GRCSU's Portrait of Graduate design will serve as a symbol for the 5 things we, as a community, value and hope that will prepare our students for the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead of them. In addition, our graduates will demonstrate their capacity to be responsible, adaptable, and resilient, to be critical thinkers and inquirers, to have self-awareness, be open-minded and empathetic while possessing the interpersonal skills to actively listen for understanding, and effectively communicate in a myriad of forms and contexts. With the conclusion of our development of our Portrait of Graduate, the GRCSU has begun the process of developing a 5-year strategic plan through the involvement of students, staff, members, families, and community members. This strategic plan will directly link to our Portrait of Graduate and will result in all GRCSU learners having access to equitable, high-quality learning experiences that provide for the acquisition of rigorous academic content and are intentional about fostering critical thinking, communication, collaboration, creativity, and other 21st century skills our learners need to thrive in this complex and rapidly changing world. The GRCSU design team discussed the 5 priority areas for the GRCSU strategic plan. The priority areas are as follows: academic success, communication, community engagement, school climate and culture, school improvement. We anticipate the GRCSU and the local school boards adopting the strategic plan late in the spring of 2023. Please visit our website, grcsu.org, to learn more about our Portrait of Graduate and strategic planning work. In addition to the work outlined above, the GRCSU is interested in deepening our collaboration with our stakeholders to improve the quality of our schools so that each of our students has access to a high-quality education that ultimately prepares them for whichever path they choose in life. If you are interested in hearing more about this work or in taking a more active role in this process, please reach out to your local building principal or attend a local school board meeting. We'd like to thank our board members for all their hard work, not just on the budgets, but throughout the entire year. They are committed to being fiscally responsible while also doing what is right for our students, a delicate balancing act. In addition, I would like to thank the communities of Middletown Springs and Wells for the continued support of the staff members and students of our schools. It is greatly appreciated by all. Please remember to vote on Town Meeting Day, March 7th, 2023. For more information, visit our website at www.grcsu.org or call 802-775-4342 or email us at your convenience. I would now like to turn the presentation over to Louis Malazzo, GRCSU Business Manager.
Hello, my name is Louis Malazzo. I am the Business Manager for the Greater Rutland County Supervisory Union. On behalf of the Wellspring School Board, I will be reviewing the FY24 school district budget. The 2 main factors affecting school budgets this year are inflationary increases in staff compensation and increases in secondary tuition. Staff health insurance benefits are increasing by 12.7%. This is the 4th double-digit increase in the last 5 years. Staff increases are also having a larger than normal impact due to the extremely high rate of inflation in the last 2 years. Aside from staff compensation, Wellsprings is also being impacted by an increase in secondary tuition students as well as the tuition rates. Wellsprings ended FY22 with a surplus of $182,000, and approximately $57,000 of this surplus will be used to help offset the increase in expense and lower the amount that needs to be raised in property taxes. The board will be asking the taxpayers to approve a separate article to put the remaining $125,000 of the surplus into a capital improvement reserve fund, which will be used for future building repairs. By putting this money into a reserve fund allows the board to fund future building projects with minimal to no budget impact. Based on these factors, Wellsprings is proposing an expense budget of $5,782,862, which is an increase of 6.81% over last year. The total amount that needs to be raised in property taxes, also referred to as education spending, is $5,499,184, an increase of 10.32% over last year. Increases in spending per pupil are being partially offset by a 2.6% increase in equalized pupils. This equalized pupil increase is resulting in a spending per pupil of $20,617 per pupil, a 7.51% increase. After the calculation of total expense, education spending, and spending per pupil, the next step in the calculation of the district tax rate is to divide our spending per pupil by the Vermont property yield. The yield is set each year by the Vermont legislators, and typically this is done after town meeting day. Based on the Vermont Tax Commissioner's December 1st letter, the Vermont Education Fund currently has a surplus of approximately $60 million. And based on this and other factors, has recommended a state education yield of $15,479, which is a 16.3% increase over last year. An increase in the yield lowers local tax rates, so by increasing the yield to $15,479, it will have a significant impact on keeping rates lower. Using the estimated yield of $15,479, Wellspring's estimated equalized tax rate will be $1.33, which is a 14-cent decrease from last year, approximately a 9.5% decrease. The final step in the calculation of the tax rate is to apply each town's common level of appraisal, also known as the CLA. The CLA compares the fair market value of your home to the assessed value of your home. As fair market value increases above the assessed value, the CLA drops, increasing your local tax rate. Due to rising home prices across the state, both Wellsprings towns are seeing decreases in their CLA of approximately 7%. Middletown CLA dropped to 85.67, and Wells CLA dropped to 83.04. After applying the CLA adjustment to each town, the estimated tax rate will be $1.55 for Middletown and $1.60 for Wells. Both towns' tax rates are estimated to decrease from last year, equal to less than 1 penny. The chart shown here shows the tax rate over the last 5 years. As you can see, the tax rate over the last 3 years has been on a very small, steady decline. For more detailed information on the Wellsprings budget, you can find it in our annual booklets, which will be available in both towns' schools, libraries, and post office, or at www.grcsu.org. Thank you for your support of the Wellsprings Schools.
This is Rick Beal, principal of Middletown Springs Elementary School.
And this is Carol Winkowski, principal at Wells Village School.
We are thrilled to be sharing initiatives that are happening at our school with you. The Learning-Centered Instruction Model focuses on meeting the needs of academics through different tools for all students.
This year, the GRCSU implemented MTSS, or Multi-Tiered Systems of Support, for our students and our teachers. This program supports all aspects of student learning in the classroom while identifying the various layers of needs that need to be addressed in order to best support each student.
As part of the MTSS, each school has an Educational Support Team, or EST, that, while not new, has been restructured. Each school has a designated 2-hour meeting each week that is composed of many stakeholders in the school. The team meets to discuss data, growth, interventions, and any other needs or concerns that are coming from teachers or parents.
Our Positive Behavior Intervention Systems and Supports, or PBIS, continue to provide a school-wide approach to developing a positive culture. The students, faculty, and staff work together in the school as well as in their classrooms to reach goals through positive interactions and teamwork. Shared celebrations are determined by students through brainstorming and voting.
Restorative practices provide a structure for students to learn how to work together by rebuilding relationships through respectful conversations and understanding each other's points of views. By supporting students with these opportunities to share, understand, empathize, and rebuild relationships, they are developing life skills for being a valued member of any community.
Middletown Springs and Wells Village School have a shared athletic director. Each school has soccer and basketball programs for students to participate in that are staffed with local coaches. The students also participate in Girls on the Run and Velocity, as well as winter sports such as skiing, snowboarding, and skating.
Student leadership is valued and vital to the development of our students. Middletown Spring has a student council, and Wells Village School is bringing back theirs. These groups which have representation from each grade level, meet with a teacher and talk about what they feel are positives and concerns within the school. They work on solutions and strategies for making the school a better place for all. The Student Council works in partnership with Up for Learning.
Our Farm to School grant at both schools has been an ideal way for us to work with many aspects of our community to bring healthy eating options into the schools that come from our local farmers and vendors. One of the most exciting parts of this initiative is Harvest of the Month. Ashley Fioretti, a parent at Middletown Springs, comes to our schools and teaches our students great ways to use these fresh fruits and vegetables as part of their diet. Students are fully engaged and look forward to each visit to see what new treats they will learn about and taste test.
In each building, we have a makerspace. This area is used by teachers and students to create instructional material as well as student projects. The needed materials are all in one space, and the area is an inviting space where students can work collaboratively.
After-school programs are available at each school for all students pre-K through 6th grade. These programs are fully staffed and provide students with academic support, snacks, as well as supervised play.
Summer school programs are designed to support students with opportunities to sustain their learning and have academic and social development continued through the summer months.
We are fortunate to have many community partners at our schools. Some of those partners are Modern Woodmen Association, Friends for Education, local PTO, and Rutland Mental Health, as well as our local libraries.
The Center for Instructional Leadership has provided us, as principals, with invaluable resources for collegial supports. This professional development has us working with colleagues from around the state, developing our skills for supervision and evaluation. This opportunity allows us to focus on and discuss how we approach this aspect of administration while providing us with hands-on opportunities to practice our skills. We have been able to invite these colleagues into our schools to showcase our teachers, our students, and our buildings.
Social emotional learning is vital to developing the whole child, and we're fortunate to have the Second Step program and developmental guidance in place in our buildings. We're very aware of the importance of this piece of student growth, and our school counselors provide supports not only to our students, but to our families and our staff.
There are many ways that technology supports our students in their daily learning and development. Students use programs such as Freckle, Lexia, Dreambox, and Extra Math, just to name a few. Teachers are able to assign and monitor students in a way that is appropriate for their learning levels.
Some of the assessments that we use to collect data and drive instruction are MAPS, FastBridge, Fountas and Pinnell, and Play, Do, Study, Act cycles. The information collected from each of these assessments drives our supports for our students that we can identify both through our EST meetings and in the classroom.
Teachers at both schools, along with us as administrators, go through many trainings each year. We have teachers who are trained in crisis prevention interventions, which is CPI. This is a specific training for our teachers to keep all stakeholders safe throughout the day. We are trained in CPR as well. There is a specialized training need for our pre-K staff. Teachers are provided with supports to implement these initiatives such as restorative practices, creative curriculum, and the programs mentioned previously, MTS, MAPS, and FastBridge.
This year, we're fortunate to have instrumental music lessons available to our students. Students chose an instrument of interest to explore, and they get direct instruction from our music teacher.
Both of our schools continue to work with the AWARE grant, Advancing Wellness and Resiliency in Education, which is in its 5th and final year of the grant. This program has provided our schools with many supports. We've been able to focus on areas such as social emotional learning for our students with the support of outside funding that provides professionals that will come in and work with our communities.
Family Engagement Coordinator is a position shared by both of our schools. The focus this year and for our future is for this person to provide us with opportunities that bring the community together. We have enjoyed baskets for baskets, karaoke, and escape rooms, just to name a few. These nights bring our families together to create that sense of community for our schools.
VINS, which is the Vermont Institute of Natural Sciences, collaborating with Middletown Springs to provide students with opportunities to learn about and enjoy the outdoors. Special programs are shared and students have a chance to interact and ask questions about various species of wildlife in our area.
And lastly, our 5th and 6th graders at Wells and 6th graders at Middletown end their year with a class trip. The students do fundraising to help finance these outings. This year, Wells will stay local and will venture out into the state to explore what Vermont has to offer. Middletown Springs 6th grade will venture to Boston to investigate the rich history of the city.
Thank you for supporting our schools. Please reach out to either me or Carol if you have any questions. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.